Right, gentlemen, once again, I want to welcome you. A marriage is a union, a legal union between two persons, a male and a female, in Nigeria. In Nigeria, there is no room, the law does not support same sex marriage. So, what we have in Nigeria is the union between a man and a woman, okay? A legal contract, a union between a man and a woman. Fine. uh, let's say two persons have actually married, the couple have been joined together in holy matrimony, and of course, I want to point out very clearly that the court does not support, the court is not always in haste to dissolve marriages, because the court also understands the sanctity of marriage, the sacredness of marriage. The court gives that to marriages. Of course, the court also believes that what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. But it comes to a situation where the couple are going through a lot. It comes to a situation where there is great misunderstanding between them. It comes to a time when they want to separate and be on their own. Of course, the law also supports that when couples can no longer be reasonably expected to stay together because of cruelty, because of adultery and intolerability, they are not compatible, and so many other factors, violence. One of the parties can feel, okay, if my life is threatened, it's better I opt out of the marriage. All right, so the law provides grounds. There are grounds for the dissolution of marriage. All right, so when you look at section 15, subsection 2, from paragraph A to F of the Matrimonial Causes Act, the law clearly spells out the ground for dissolution of marriage. There's only one ground for dissolution of marriage. And then we have facts. When these facts are seen, they will define the ground and the court will listen to you. What is that ground? The ground for dissolving a marriage in Nigeria is that marriage or that union has broken down irretrievably. The marriage situation has gone so bad that both parties can no longer be, nobody will expect that they will live together without threatening or without killing each other. All right, at that point, the marriage has broken down irretrievably. Okay, what are the incidences? What are those things you see, the facts you will see that will inform you that this marriage has broken down irretrievably? Number one, that the respondent, the other party, not talking about the party that takes the other person to court, the petitioner, the respondent, all right, has willfully and persistently refused to consummate the marriage. I'm talking about meeting with your wife at the very first night. A lot of people deceive people into marriage without knowing that the man is impotent, deceives you into marriage, and then at some point when you find out that he's impotent, at that point in time, the marriage is not void, it's voidable. But then, if the man willfully refuses to consummate the marriage, to have the first sensual intercourse with the wife, it can actually be a fact that shows that marriage is not working, because both parties must always come together to consummate the marriage. They will have to mate as couple. Number two fact, adultery and intolerability. If one party alleges that the other party has committed adultery and he decides not to tolerate, or he saw the other party in a compromising situation, he saw the other party kissing a woman and he takes pictures of the person, those are incidences, pointers to the fact that party is committing adultery. So adultery can be one of the facts that will lead to dissolution of marriage. Number three, of course, since the marriage, the respondent has behaved in such a way that the petitioner cannot reasonably be expected to live with the respondent. It behaves in a way that the petitioner is not comfortable to live with him any longer. He's violent. He has violent disposition towards the petitioner. Of course, desertion for a continuous period of at least 1 year. He deserted you, left you there, abandoned you, and ran away for a period of 1 year. He doesn't even talk to you, he doesn't send you money, he doesn't maintain you, he doesn't maintain the tune of the marriage. Is a good reason why you should actually dissolve the marriage, legally speaking. And of course, the parties have lived apart for a continuous period of 2 years after the commencement of the marriage. You guys just got married. Within 2 years, you are living apart. One is staying in Lagos, one is staying in Abuja. They don't come together again. It's also a fact to show that that marriage, except it is by agreement. If not, it is a fact to show that that marriage has broken down irretrievably. And of course, the last point I'll talk about is presumption of death. The law of evidence clearly states that if a man cannot be found for 7 years and there is no trace whatsoever to that person, there's a presumption of law that that person is dead. So if your husband or your wife, your couple cannot be found, your partner cannot be found for a period of 7 years and you cannot reach out to the person, there's a presumption of law that that person is dead. You can actually use that as a fact to approach the court and file a petition to dissolve your marriage. But I encourage you, please, when you want to get married, look out, be careful. Look out and be careful. And ask God to guide you to make the right choice, because it is not advisable to go in there and get out of it. Yes, and the court does not dissolve marriages in haste. The court believes that what God has joined together, no man is supposed to put asunder. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I believe you learned something. Please always do well to subscribe to this channel. Stay blessed.